everyone, today we'll speak about Orfi marriage. There was a lot of question from you that you don't know what is it, so in today's video I will try to explain it very clearly, hopefully. Orfi marriage actually means unregistered marriage. Those words which I will use in this video are not absolutely mine, but one American lady comment in my YouTube channel for one other lady because she tried to help her and she was in this situation, so she basically shared her experience. So first I wanna thank her, and I will actually borrow her words to this video and will add for sure a few of mine, but she make it so clear and so perfectly that I couldn't say it better, really. And I believe every woman need to hear this. So thank you once again, and let's jump to the topic.
For the first time of my life, I know who I am. My heart belongs to no one but Egypt. It's because of their poetry of life and freedom.
So the first point, we have two types of marriage in Egypt: the Orfi marriage, the unregistered marriage, and the normal registered marriage, which is in the normal marriage certificate. Alright, and here it comes. A lot of men trying to fool us as a foreign woman to sign the unregistered marriage. Alright, which I do not recommend to any lady to do it. It's a very good point. Hear it again, I do not recommend it. If someone offers you this, always refuse. Now let me tell you the reasons why. The first point, if he was really serious with you, so he will never ask you to sign the unregistered marriage. Really, if he really loves you, cares about your feeling, and he wants you to be his real wife, so he will definitely go with you and marry you officially. Because marriage indeed is not a fun, it's a really serious thing. So if he doesn't wanna go serious way, so he is not serious about you. What does it mean? In other words, he just wanna have a fun with you. That's all. But here, for having fun in Egypt, you must be married. You cannot do it freely as in Europe. So that's the reason of unregistered marriage, because it's very easy to write. It can be done in 5 minutes basically. Simply it look like a paper. When you have written you marry this person and he marry you, you sign it, and that's all. So if police come to check you, you are safe. You have some paper that you are married. But that's all. You as a woman have no right towards this marriage. The problem with the unregistered marriage is that he can destroy the paper anytime he wants. Once he cut it, so it's done, okay? And he can say that he never married you, he doesn't know you, and think about it if you have a child together. So he can even say, I'm not the father of the children. Okay, he can give you up and your children anytime simply. I got to mention that unregistered marriage also can be legalized and not legalized. Once it's legalized, it's a little bit more complicated to destroy the marriage, but if it's not legalized, as many times it is not legalized and unregistered, so that's very pretty easy. Simply you cut the paper off and that's it. So actually the true marriage, the registered marriage, legalized marriage is protection for you, for the women, and for your children which come from the marriage, of course. Alright? If he doesn't want to marry you the proper way, the official way, so there is something very, very suspicious. It should be the first red flag for you. So let's speak about why. Why possibly he doesn't want to marry you official way? Well, the very first reason can be that he's trying to hide the marriage from his own parents and family. Because not all Egyptian parents will accept foreign lady to marry their son. Because in common, Egyptian people has idea about us foreigner that we are very, very impolite women who had a lot of intercourse over life, and they always want for their son pure woman, let's say virgin. That's the point. So that's why many parents will not accept foreign ladies. Then the next reason why he doesn't want to go the official way can be financial. Maybe he doesn't have a work yet. He doesn't have enough money to provide for his wife and kids, because you know, from my previous video I shared with you a lot of times that the man is responsible for feeding and clothing the wife and the kids. Simply, the finances are on him, only on him as a man. Without it here, he is not a man. So, is he too broke or is he too young for those two stuffs? Always ask yourself those two questions. And now a very good point which many women don't consider. But if he is a Muslim, an Egyptian man, he cannot marry you without consulting some of your men of your family. Alright, mostly is the father or your brother. So if he wanna really marry you, he should contact your father, he should contact your brother, speak with them officially, hey, I wanna marry your daughter. I know that in our world, European world, it doesn't go this way most of the time, but you have to play the game on their way, because it is their traditions. Let me tell you why. Because once they speak with some men of your family, they will value you and they will respect you. If they don't, if you skip the step actually, you have no one to protect you and they can do whatever they want with you, the Egyptian men. They will consider you as a kind of, let's say, weak woman, and they know how to play with you, how to foolish you. They already know all those stuffs, you know. So that's why you need some men. But you really cannot marry the proper way without some men. I can confirm this because I had problem with this in the time when I get married and I was Muslim. Okay, good point. I wasn't in touch with my real father since like I was 4 years old. I had no idea where is he, and I couldn't marry from this point. Then what happened in my case, some uncle of my husband actually voted for me and he played the role of my father that we could marry. But the surprising, he actually acted on my behalf with my husband like he was my real father. Till nowadays, he called me, he asked about me, about our marriage, if I need some help, if my husband is good to me. It's like really pretty nice, but you really need some male on your side. And it's really disrespectful if some Egyptian man, Muslim man, speak to a woman without her family. Alright? So don't be ashamed from this point and really involve your family. Really, it's just for your own security. Do not make this decision on your own. If you include your men from your family, for sure they will speak like man to man, the way we women cannot simply do. So they will understand each other better. And they can easily tell you if the man is serious about you or not, and if you will have a good future here or not. Well, and my point which I will add to this topic is even polygamy. Right? If a man is pushing you to sign Orfi marriage, it can even mean that he's already married officially here in Egypt, so he cannot marry you official way. Right? It's illogical. If you're Egyptian, yes, he can, because we are Muslims, they are Egyptian, whatever, but especially if you are not Muslim, he cannot marry you officially if he's already officially married. Right? Like for him as a Muslim, he can marry 4. But you as a foreigner, you have to marry just the one man. You cannot marry already married man. So that can be another reason, and I saw it many times. Really, a lot of men who is already married try to make this Orfi marriage, easy marriage, just to say, oh, that we are married. But the point that mostly the first wife, have no idea about it. So that's why I always mention it and advise you, don't sign this type of marriage. So basically, if he pushes you so much to sign Orfi marriage, in a very easy word, you just give him permission to have intercourse with you. Nothing more. But you as a woman here in Egypt, you are not protected. You have no rights. So if he wanna divorce you and let's say leave you on the street without no money, anything, it will happen and you have no right to complain here. And this point I saw so many times. Really, girls, you have to believe this is the reality. Most the scammers, what they do, they marry Orfi marriage, some rich woman, they steal the money from her, they steal the life from her, everything, then they kick her out on the street. And the woman after go to police and complain, hey, I want my money back. And the police always tell her, are you married officially to him? If she said they know that she's the Orfi marriage, you say, sorry. Because as I mentioned, to divorce here in Egypt this way, unregistered marriage, You just get the papers and it's like the marriage never existed in the life. So you have no proof about the marriage. Without no proof, and especially if you have even no proof that you gave him, for example, the money, no one will help you here and you will really stay after on the street alone. So girls, really make your own research before those stuffs. Educate yourself. You know that with this education I can help you. We made the whole online course about Egyptian men, Egyptian character, tradition, everything about Egypt, what you need to know. You can find our course in the description and in the comment. So check it, educate yourself, protect yourself, and have some boundaries as a woman for yourself. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and see you next time.